Okay, welcome back. Have you ever wanted to see who exactly has opened up an email and who has not? So you're going to have to create a segment to figure that out. And you can see here that I've created two segments. I wanted to see which agents were opening the May email newsletter I sent out yesterday and who have not opened it. And I'll show you how to create a segment from scratch. So create that segment, call it Who Has Not Opened My Emails? And I can actually find out all sorts of things with this segment. It's all about how you set it up. So segment type, I want to know, first of all, people who have received the emails. So I'm going to say any mailing at any point. And I want to know of those people who have received them, have not opened any mailing at any point. And you can see I've got 5 contacts there. And that's going to give me an indication of whether these are people who are just not interested in what I have to say. I'll try not to open this right in here. Oh, look, there they are. Okay, so I might touch base with these people and just see, is it because my stuff is going to spam, or is it because what I'm writing is not valuable, which is totally fine. Jenwin, Karina, Megan, Jess, Cheryl, I totally get that. It's a chance for me to kind of reach out, especially because I'm sending such a specific set of emails. And then I can edit that at any time to change it up. And then I can save that so that I can kind of monitor that for you guys to better cull your list. So to making sure that you're not wasting time and energy on people who, may not never open up your email, or maybe it's because they're old and they have, issues with technology, and you might just put something in there one month that specifically really interests them and then reach out to them and say, hey, George, did you see my piece on the whales? I know you love whales and I thought you might be interested. And that could strike up a conversation for him to say, oh, I've never seen an email newsletter from you because it's going to my junk, and I didn't know that, or because I don't like receiving emails and I'm never going to open any email. But that's how you create segments. I want to do one more, just want to show you a little bit more here. You can segment for anything. So I have 2 groups. It can be in or not in, and my groups are Coupeville agents and Oak Harbor agents that I typically use. I've got office staff in there, um, and then a couple other groups. So you could actually choose for a specific group to see what's going on. You can. We'll talk about subscriptions later as we get more sophisticated in my Emma, but I had created a have received for specific mailings. So these are the different emails that I have sent out, and I might want to just see who hasn't opened a specific email. So let's say I do the Matthew Gardner announcement, and I don't even know what this is. Okay, it was sent out to 32 contacts, so that's a good amount. And I want to say um, who has opened that. And so I have to go back and choose the Matthew Gardner one again. So who has received it and who has opened it. And I forget what happens. Let me just check something here. So if I got rid of, so that's 29 contacts have received it and have opened it. Let's just see what happens when I get rid of that and say how many have opened Matthew Gardner. Oh, perfect. Okay, so it's exactly the same. So I would call this who has opened Matthew Gardner, and I don't need to do the received and have opened unless I think that some of my emails are not getting received. And because some of you are sending out larger emails or to a larger list, you might actually use segments to really drill down and making sure that everybody who you have sent it to has received it. So let's just see, have not received any mailings at any point. And that's showing 5 contacts. So those are probably the same 5 contacts that came up before. And that might be a problem with our email systems talking to each other. So I'm going to say have not received, just to name this one. Can't spell. And I'm going to save that and take a look at who is not even receiving my emails. And it's probably, oh, okay. Looks like it's not the same list. So some people have just not received, and let me go back and just making sure I've got the segments right. Have not received, oh, and it's saying, okay, so it could be any mailing at any point. So any mailing in the last, you can put dates in there. Let me just say any, okay, have not received my May email newsletter. That's a good thing to know who has not received that, so I can double check, what's going on there, and check in with those people. So looks like I've got some work to do to making sure that everyone's getting what I'm sending. All right, so yeah, segments can be tricky to set up, but if you know what question you're trying to ask, staff, I can help, Karina can help figure out how to set up a segment to find out the answers to that. All right, hope this was helpful.